Hello class, this is a video redo on the class on blockchain analysis and how to use blockchain explorers and how to navigate your way through the blockchain explorers. So we'd first come to our browser, yeah, and then open blockchain.com. If you see this, you would connect to a VPN. So let me connect to my VPN. Okay, now I'm connected to my VPN. I'll just reload the page. Okay. So this is blockchain is where you buy Bitcoin, trade them, and the rest of them. But we want to access the Explorer. So come over here and click on Explorer. All right. So this is what a blockchain Explorer looks like, and this is the blockchain Explorer for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and the rest of them. But we'll focus on Bitcoin for now. Now you see this search box here. Message box is where you paste the person's address, transaction hash, or block address. You paste it here to get information concerning the block or the transaction done by a certain wallet address. So we'll click on the latest transactions. As you can see, these are unconfirmed transactions. These are transactions that have been added to the block, but the block has not been confirmed by the miners. As you can see, each address is transacting Bitcoin in seconds. So this is $2.180 worth, $2 worth, $54 worth. The list keeps going and going and going. Now this is the hash that makes each of them connected together. This hash is a digital fingerprint backed by mathematical codes. So this transaction is linked by this transaction is linked to this transaction by this hash. You understand? So let's go and click on the transaction here. Sorry, go back. This is too fast. Okay, for an example, this is the this is the hash ID of this particular transaction. As you can see, it is always there. That's why I told you that data cannot be altered in the blockchain, changed or deleted. It is a public ledger that allows transactions to only be recorded and added. It cannot be removed, it cannot be tampered with, it cannot be altered with. So this is this person's address. Now, this is the person's Bitcoin wallet address. So we're going to copy here to clipboard. There's the person's wallet address, copy to clipboard. But before I do anything, let me explain this too. Now, this is the person's address I just copied, and the person sent $15,000 worth of Bitcoin to these different addresses. This is another person's address. 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 All these are addresses. If I click on an address, I can see how much Bitcoin or how much USD the address holds. You understand? So this person also has $15,000 worth of Bitcoin in his address and has also sent to different addresses. As you can see. So the person received $52 worth of Bitcoin and has done only two transactions on the blockchain on his address. You understand? So let me go back to the previous address, and then you can see that this person transacted. That transaction is 3 minutes ago. So you can see the time each wallet does this transaction. You can see if the person used a wallet or an exchange to link to the blockchain explorer, because each exchange has a kind of a connection with the blockchain explorers. You can see the time, the date, you can see the price the person bought it. You understand? You can see everything you want concerning this. Um, Whales use this information to know whether to buy or sell. These are also aggregates for top crypto enthusiasts or traders whenever they're making their analysis. They call this kind of analysis fundamental analysis. So we get back. Remember I copied the address. I'll come here and paste it. This is the person's address. Pasted it. Now, as you can see, it has it has saying that this is an address written down here. To click on the address. Oh, while we've clicked on the address, we can see that the person's available balance now is 0.00 Bitcoin. Person received $15,000 worth of Bitcoin and sent $15,000 worth of Bitcoin to different addresses, as you guys can see. I think it's some kind of I think it's a kind of a payment because the person didn't send it one by one. The person, I think, I don't know how to explain it. The person just pushed all the thing to different people at once. I think it's a payment or something, or it's a miner rewarding addresses. You understand? So just two transactions the person has done. The first transaction was done today by 9:52 our time. It's 9:57. Mm, Second transaction 9:35, as you guys can see. So I think this is some kind of miner's address or something. So let's go back. Like I said, these are list of unconfirmed transactions. The list keeps going and going and going and going. People are transacting in Bitcoin. So imagine me having access to this information and everybody in the world having access to this information and then I want to come and change it. It's not possible. So this is another address. Its address has performed one transaction. Its address has performed just one transaction. Let me clear this and change it. As you can see. Oh, okay. Well, that's the transaction the person performed in that particular block. These are all the transactions this person has done. As you can see, the person received. The green is for receiving, the red is for sending, green is for receiving. So the person received $6 worth of Bitcoin on the 20th of October. And the person has been transacting. Now you can see this pending outgoing transaction. When the person has sent Bitcoin, but then the Bitcoin has not been confirmed. This is because each block has to reach a certain amount of transaction before each transaction is confirmed. And transactions are confirmed by miners. I explained how proof of work happens, that each miner solves a mathematical puzzle and gets reward. You understand? So this this as you can see is the block awaiting to be full. You understand? So go back. Let's go to the Bitcoin blockchain on its own. As you can see, the current price of Bitcoin as of now is $101,707. And these are blocks. Now, you guys can see this is a block, 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 this is a block. These are blocks and they are all connected together with this unique fingerprint which told you is called a hash, or this kind of hashes, but it's not going to pop up. So this block is halfway filled because it's only took a certain amount of transaction. I think 1,000 so 2,000 transactions. That's why it is shown like this, and the miner verified it or something. So let's click on this block. the latest block. So block 922,311. This is the transactions this block has done. As you can see, 288 plus more. So if this is about 0 to 14, that is 15. 15 times 288. So that is the amount of transactions that have been held in this block. So as you can see, 1.5 million. This is the value in Bitcoin in the current block. So 3,000 transactions took place in this block. And that 3,000 transaction is valued at 313,000 US, 313 million USD. Now, this block was mined on November 5th by 9:59:50 a.m. Now, let's check our time. Sorry, let's check our time. Um, 10:02. So this is the latest block right now. And as you can see, the miner they were rewarded, and the miner took his own reward. So it is the miner that confirmed this this block. You understand? Let me go to another block. As you can see, this block had four confirmations. Four miners confirmed this block and they got their reward. That is exactly how it works. Each transaction from this person to this person is the fee in Satoshis. Satoshis are called minute bitcoins because they are 0 0.000000. Understand? Down Bitcoin there. So they're called minute bitcoins. Just like we have the Naira and we have the Kobo. Okay. So I hope this is still on my clipboard. Let's go to BNB, which is the Binance Smart Chain Blockchain Explorer. So you can see that for BNB. Hold on, bscscan.com. Okay, so this is the Binance blockchain. And we use the bscscan.com to access the Binance blockchain. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the search bar in if you want to search transaction hash, the block, a token, or a domain name. We'll talk about token in one of our classes. Domain names of people that own, you guys, web developers or backend developers, you guys know how this domain name works. So you can just search a certain domain name and it appears on the blockchain. Understand? Now, here's the latest block and has 171 transactions in 1 second. But before we get there, I'm looking for something. Okay, so in BNB Smart Chain, 223.8 transactions per second. So now 223 transactions are made per second, which is a very, very nice speed. So every second, 223.8 transactions are being made. Imagine how much it will be for the next 1 minute, 60 seconds to get. So total, it's 9.8 million transactions made, and the gas fee is actually very low. Gas fees are fees you pay for transacting. You understand? Just like we have VAT, value tax during our fiat currency transactions. You understand? So let's click on the block. 7,109,135. So this is the information about the block, and it was created a minute ago. The validator is the Avenger. These are the group of miners that validated it, but I'm not going to go there yet. Then these are the transactions that's been done in this block. These are the transactions done. Now, let's say we want to confirm someone's address. So let's go to this particular transaction done. These are latest blocks, latest transactions. Blocks are different from transactions. Transaction is how much a wallet has done or how much a wallet is sending and receiving or transactions activated on the wallet. Then the blocks are a couple of these transactions put together, you understand, to be verified or validated. Keep that in mind. So let's click on this address. And we can see the value its address holds. So the address holds about $464 worth of BNB and holds 104 tokens. And these are the coins and tokens the address holds. And then the latest transaction was done 3 minutes ago. As you can see, that's why I told you it is open. Everybody can just come and see everything that you've done in your life has been recorded, you understand, on the particular blockchain network. So the first transaction was done 1 year, 192 days ago. And these are all the transactions this wallet has made, as you can see. Now, there are other ways to use a blockchain explorer, not just validating or confirming or viewing transactions. There are professional ways that is being done to make money, and I'll talk on some of these ways in the classes that we're going to hold. Let me show you guys something. Let's say, let me go back to another transaction. Okay, that's the same transaction and copy the address. Now, I spoke to you guys about blockchain network. Now, you cannot carry a Bitcoin address. You cannot carry a Bitcoin address and paste here and see the reward of it. Okay, let me go. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let me go to my clipboard and paste the Bitcoin address. See, the Bitcoin address starts with BC1. So yeah, that's it. And such. You find out that there is no record of this address because it is not its correct network. This is pasted. If this is pasted here, if this is pasted here, you see that it will show, but it will not show here. But if I now paste the Ethereum, if I now paste the BSC scan address, you find out that I can see the transactions done. Whatever BSC address copy, whether it is that of Iwelo, that of Donald Trump, or that of Tinubu, that of um, Satoshi Nakamoto, as far as the person is transacting on the BSC network, if I paste the person address here, I can see whatever the person is doing. This is how people using tracking wallets and tracking um um transaction down. Now, let's say I paste the BNB address here. Okay, now it is under Ethereum because it's using the Ethereum virtual machine. If you open it, you can find that transactions are, if it is like, maybe it is an Ethereum virtual machine address, like an EVM address, so it supports different network. But then you can see that under the Ethereum balance, it's nothing. On the BNB balance, it's something, it has about 465 USD worth of BNB. Let's go to the block, let's go to Ethereum blockchain, scan.com. I think that's IO. Sorry, it's gone. It's gone. Yes, I'm getting this wrong. Sorry. Oh, it's correct now. It has gone. Okay, so this is the Ethereum blockchain explorer. Now, let me show you guys something. This guy has a transacted 0.13 Ethereum. Now, let me copy this. So this is a blockchain explorer. You come down here to Ethereum and paste this address. Now, you see this address is available because, see, it is different blockchain explorers, but the same network. Now, you can see that the transactions will show because it is one blockchain but different blockchain explorer. I can create my own blockchain explorer and then make it a different design. You understand? But it will still have to be under the blockchain. So nobody can just go and create a different blockchain and I say Ethereum will work on its own and work on my own, but to be the same Ethereum. It does not happen like that. It will never happen because it cannot be altered with number one. It cannot be changed. It cannot be hacked. For you to hack a blockchain, you have to go to every computer that is accessing the record to make um, alternative um, 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 coding. Okay, let me use that Bitcoin script for an example. I told you guys something about Bitcoin scripting. Yeah, you can carry a certain code. Come here. Sorry. Let me see if I can open it. Okay, so that Bitcoin scripting looks like this. You copy a certain code, you come down to this session, and then you paste it for it to like edit or interfere with the whole code. It doesn't work. It is bullshit. It would never work. People go collecting money, paying money for all these things. It doesn't work. So different blockchain explorers, but the same blockchain network. It works that way. And um let's go to Solana's blockchain. Okay, while it loads, please wait a while. As you can see, these are the transactions done by this particular address. You still see the same transaction here. It depends on which blockchain explorer you're very comfortable with. It depends. So this person holds 497 tokens under the Ethereum network. Well, here it is 239, but it is showing the first 200 tokens only. You understand? So to show more, or maybe I don't know why it is not showing the remaining ones, but this one is giving a more accurate data of the token the person is holding. Maybe because there are lists of tokens that there is nothing inside. Maybe the person has held tokens and sold off. This one is still keeping the transaction, but this one filters it. So it depends on the blockchain you're actually comfortable with. Um, Let me verify this. Now you have seen my screen. I was watching a movie. It's a pastime. Okay, so this is Solana's blockchain. It's the same thing. All of them different interface. But Solana is a whole network of its own. So you can see latest transactions, network transactions, and the amount of Solana that has been staked. Now, staking is a whole topic on its own, but it's also concerned with verifying transactions too. Just as there's proof of work, there's proof of stake. Proof of stake make use of validators. You understand? Proof of work make use of miners. So this is their token dashboard. We'll talk about token in one of our classes. And then this their network response time, which they use in making bragging about because Bitcoin is not as fast as Solana. Solana sends in seconds, and before they had issues, but now they rectified it, as you can see. So this is basically just it's about blockchain. If you have any questions, you can come to my DM and send it, or you post it on the group. I'd encourage all of you to go to your different blockchain explorers and create videos. Thank you. Oh yeah, before I end the video, you guys should just navigate around, not just copy. Okay, maybe we'll do that when we go far in class because I would love everyone to participate in the whole blockchain analysis thing.